Welcome to Tables, Ladders, and Bumps, a pro wrestling podcast where we talk about wrestling promotions like WWE, AEW, WCW, ECW,
All
mainly
the
the
dub.
first two. Mainly the first two, but this is where we talk about pressing topics of wrestling for the week, tinfoil theories, and have no hate, just debate segments as well. All in the world of wrestling, all under 60 minutes. And in this case, because of my Zoom capabilities, under 26 minutes. But we are going to get it in. But before we go ahead and talk about what we're going to talk about tonight, which is WrestleMania 41, of course, go ahead and drop a. Go ahead and drop a. What the hell is Dakota Kai's? Um,
Dude, dude, I was thinking about that right now. I was hoping you was gonna say some that.
what is it? A
Um,
curb stomp? What is it?
no, you're talking about that chiropractor.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and drop a Dakota Kai chiropractor DTK. No, GTK, right?
I think so.
No, she has like a freaking GTS, but it's
Oh,
something different.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it was she kind of like she drops back. She drops on her
Yeah.
back and kicks you in the head.
Yeah.
I
She
think you're
falls
talking
on her
about
back.
like the sunset like backbreaker, backstabber.
Almost, yeah, like a code breaker
Yeah,
or a
but to the back.
backstabber.
Yeah,
Go ahead and drop
drop
Dakota
something.
Kai finisher or signature move on that like button, on that subscribe button. We are putting out content. We'd love for you guys to join the conversation in the world of wrestling. All right, let's get into our segment. So this is just one segment for tonight, but it's going to be our 3 count because this is a pressing subject that has been on me and Pierre, and I'm sure Wade as well. Wade is out of town this week, so it's just me and Pierre. And we're going to talk about WrestleMania 41 main event slash championship bookings all within 24 minutes. Let's talk about the first one that we already know of, and it is Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Champion. So my question to you is: one, what night do you think this event is going to be on? Two, is it going to be main event? And three, just your general brief thoughts on that.
So what it's hard for me to say that it's going to be main event because we haven't had a women's main event
Mm-hmm.
since 39. I want no,
Before
because
that,
39 was yeah, 39 was a tag team
I think it
match
was like
night one.
38 or 37.
Yeah, so it's
Mm-hmm.
been a minute. Um, but man, honestly, man, the men's storylines are better,
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Mm-hmm.
And man, it's so I mean, we always talked about it, man, that the women don't get really any good treatment as far as like storylines or time on TV. So I could see this being main event for night one.
Okay, because
Only
it's also
because,
the World Heavyweight Championship too.
well, see, last year the World Heavyweight Championship kicked off WrestleMania. Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
Oh, night two. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right. Mm-hmm.
kicked it off.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I think that not just because it's the World Heavyweight Championship, because of the Yeet turn. This Jey
Okay.
Uso movement is so major. I think you would have to end the night with it.
This is night
You know,
one, main event.
yeah,
Okay.
you have to end night one with that.
Yeah.
Like because that'll be I think energy wise, that'd be the high of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's probably other stories that can go on night one, but energy wise, I think you want to end night one with that type of energy.
Okay. Yep.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like this is a night one energy because last year night one ended on like a low note, supposedly, right? With the tribal combat being
Yeah,
to the Rock
tag team
and
match.
Roman. So ending night one on a high note this year, I think would shake things up a bit with Jey Uso dethroning Gunther. But I'm imagining if Jey Uso loses, the outrage that from the
Mhm.
fandom that will happen. And with the current booking, I don't know if WWE would have a redemptive story arc for Jey Uso if he does lose. So I'll go night one, main event. Now, since we're on night one, which women's title? I'm going to switch it up here. Which women's
Uh-huh.
title is going up for night one, and who is in that match?
Right now, I know we had speculated there's probably gonna be Rhea and Io for
Hmm.
WrestleMania, but Io got a championship match after Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
Um, so and then I think we pretty set with Charlotte and Tiffany for their championship match.
Hmm.
I don't know who's Rhea's facing there.
Right.
You know, we look at the Chamber. I don't want to say it's Bianca Belair because she seems to be my favorite out of the Chamber right now. But I think it's too soon to do that match. They haven't really built to it.
Hmm.
You know, you
Hmm.
put the. I think that could have been a match for last year, really, because you had them on the cover of 2K24.
Hmm.
We could have built something to that, but you threw Bianca into this whole Jade Cargill Big Three tag team, thing, and that took away from that. I want a good build between Bianca and Rhea Ripley, so I'm hoping it's not Bianca. Who else is in the chamber? We got Bianca,
Liv.
Liv.
Could be Roxanne or Raquel.
I think Roxanne's gonna make it into chamber.
Uh-huh.
Uh, dude, it might be too soon for her, but I'll be cool with Roxanne and
Uh-huh.
Rhea. You
In
know,
WrestleMania,
yeah,
if they push Roxanne to the moon, like right away,
yeah.
I
Because
think a lot of
I
people
don't
will be
think,
pissed. But I mean, they could shake the. They also wouldn't know too much about Roxanne to make a clear judgment either.
yeah,
So that'd be an interesting match, just like physique wise.
yeah.
Um,
There's a dynamic in that.
yeah. Okay, so
Oh,
you're is that what you're going with for your women's booking for WrestleMania? Might as well for WrestleMania night one,
yeah. It's either Bianca or Roxanne. That's what I'm picking. Because I don't know who else is gonna make it into
the
the
chamber,
match. Yeah, I mean
or
Alexa Bliss in there too, but I don't think it's too soon for her. So,
well then one that either makes Io and Rhea's match in Elimination Chamber obsolete
hmm
for WrestleMania, or Io could win and take it to WrestleMania and retain there too. So, oh, Bailey's in it too. She's in the E Chamber too.
yeah, she is.
So, um, yeah. So we'll see. We'll see. Can you hear my dog barking?
I thought I did.
He freaking spazzes, man. Anyway, all right. They're quiet until I record. It's pretty insane. All right, let's get into night two then. So we got Jay. What's
Who you
up?
got though? Who you got for the
Oh,
women?
oh yeah. My opinion doesn't matter in this thing. Like I'm just here to facilitate things. I'm just here so I won't be fined. No, I will go with Rhea versus Bailey. I don't know why. I don't know how. I feel like Bailey's had this underdog tone for the last couple of months, and she could be a
hmm
sleeper, and she would put on a good show for WrestleMania. Although the storylines, as we've already exclaimed many times, stink with
Yeah,
between anybody and Rhea Ripley right now. There's no chemistry. There's no rivalry. There's
no,
nothing they could build on, and that was totally clear during the Royal Rumble, where there was like no real storyline going on other than Bianca, Naomi, and um,
Liv
Jordan
Martell.
Grace.
Oh yeah, that too.
Jordan Grace, and also the NXT youngins versus the other people. Other than that, there's really nothing. Like honestly, if there's anything that's been more consistent lately, it's Ivy Nile wanting the IC belt versus Lyra Valkyria and Mi Chin versus Chelsea Green. Those are the only like long-term storytelling things they have. So it's hard, man. I'm gonna say Rhea versus Bailey just because it could be anybody, and
Okay.
Bailey put on a good show for WrestleMania on night one. Now I do like yours, Rhea versus Bianca, a lot
hmm
better. And depending on what happens at E Chamber, they could put Rocket Fuel in the rivalry and even have it go beyond WrestleMania too. So um, we shall see. All right, now we're ready for night two booking, right?
Yep. Yep. Night
Okay,
two. Let's go.
let's start with the men's championship match of the undisputed Cody Rhodes versus who do you got?
Okay. This is my tinfoil, so I'm gonna put the tinfoil on for this
All right,
because
let's go. We got a 2-for-1 right here. We have a 3 count plus a tinfoil theory within the 3 count. We're booking WrestleMania 41, night two championship match. Who do you got, Pierre? What is your tinfoil theory?
so I got John Cena going to winning the chamber, right?
Okay.
But I also feel like, where's Roman, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What's Roman Reigns doing right now?
Mm-hmm.
So I like the
Sleeping giant.
idea. Yeah, I like the idea of Roman's going to interfere in the chamber. He's going to inadvertently spear Punk because he wants to spear Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is going to move out the way somehow. He's going to spear Punk. Um, Somehow John Cena takes advantage of all that and he comes out of the chamber, wins. He faces Cody Rhodes. But I think that's night one.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so much talk about this possible triple threat match between Punk, um, Rollins, and Roman. Punk still got his favor.
Mm-hmm.
What if night one, that's the triple threat on night one? And we get Cena beats Cody night one. And then I think it's a double duty type of thing. And we get to night two. And whoever wins that triple threat match, which I'm thinking is going to be CM Punk, we get CM Punk versus John Cena night two.
Wait a
Great.
minute. CM Punk versus John Cena night two as the main event.
Yes,
Who has the belt though that night?
Cena. Because he would have beaten Cody Rhodes night one.
Okay. There's a lot of going on there,
Yeah, I know. I
but
know.
anything's possible with as many top guys there are right now.
Yeah. It's
So you're
it's too
saying, so you're saying in the E chamber, Roman screws Punk inadvertently.
mhm.
Punk calls in the favor for
From Paul Heyman.
Paul.
Whatever that might be at WrestleMania, that's the favorite. So
So
because Cody
he'll
Rhodes
get so even though he loses E chamber, he'll get a title shot at Mania somehow
off the triple threat match.
after the triple threat match. Okay.
Yeah. Because I think Noble Cody wants to, that would be the stipulation. So Noble Cody's like, you know what? You guys screw whatever you guys got screw. I'm down with doing double duty again, like I did last year.
Okay.
Not knowing that John Cena is going to beat him, but John
Okay.
Cena is still going to uphold to the WWE as well. This is his last WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I
So it'll
can't
be
see him
both
having
nights.
one match, right?
Hmm.
He has to go big and go home. I think everyone, we keep talking about the biggest WrestleMania of all time each and every year. How did we top last year, right? Put them guys in double duty
Yeah.
again. And that's just create chaos, make it unpredictable. I think Punk walks out of WrestleMania as a champion somehow.
Okay. Okay. Yep. I like that. Great tinfoil theory. A lot going on there to get to the end result, but it's possible, man. It is possible. Like you, my basic outcome is Punk getting the belt at WrestleMania. I
Okay.
feel Cody's had it for a year. It's good. He was the face of this company. I feel like outside of the ring, I feel like Punk is moving to be the face of the company, to do all the press tours, all the outside of wrestling press that Cody has been doing the past year. So Punk
Mm-hmm.
is going to start being on all the podcasts, all the news junkets, all that stuff, and probably end up on the cover of 2K next year. So I feel like the company is ready to not bury Cody, but to transition over to Punk as the face of the company. I feel like he's been
Okay.
trained enough, and I don't know who he's gonna fight. Could be Cena. He could just clearly win E Chamber and go up against Cody because they've had some great face-offs over the
Yeah.
last year since Punk has come back. So that's my pick. Of course, main event. And even though I say that, I feel bad that there's not a women's main event title scene. Could be co-main event or opening. But before I tell you mine, quickly, what are your predictions for the women's undisputed belt for
Man,
night two?
Charlotte, we got Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton.
Okay.
Uh I can't see Tiffany winning. It's Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair is the in case of emergency break the glass button. And I can't see her coming back, winning the Rumble, and then losing at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
She's lost the last time she was at WrestleMania. So I don't know. I think you help build up Tiffany Stratton by having her lose that Mania. and maybe she gets it back at SummerSlam or something like that. Possibly.
Yeah.
But what would you got?
Yeah, definitely Tiffany versus Charlotte. Obviously, there's drama right now going on between them and who Charlotte needs to choose and beg for this, beg for that. Um, Tiffany losing could be a possibility, kind of like how Braun or Jay's title reign was short for a bit,
Hmm.
for booking purposes. But they say Charlotte's going to put Tiffany over, but it's like Tiffany does. I don't think Tiffany needs to be put over. I think she got there on her own.
Yeah, and I think her losing builds up even more.
Yeah, yeah,
You know,
I think
because
so.
you want to make her a big face. This is
Yeah.
how we kind of do it. You know.
And if Charlotte has the belt, it would give so much. It would give opportunity for others to go after her, like other younger talent. I would hope, in hopes of
Yeah.
putting them over too. So I'm going Charlotte versus Tiffany, night two, just like you. And I'm gonna go traditional and say Charlotte retains because there were already a couple of belt
Tip,
transitions going on.
no, Tiffany retains. You said
Tiffany
Charlotte.
retains. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm going to go with tradition and say, I mean, I guess it is a WrestleMania tradition that Charlotte's in it, but Tiffany retains just because based on our other booking, that's already three title changes, right?
Yeah.
So I know we want all the craziness to be going on, but yeah, so we got night one, Jay and Gunther main eventing, and the women's for you is Rhea versus,
Either Bianca or Roxanne.
okay, and Rhea for me is versus Bailey
Hey,
or Bianca. Night
who you got
two,
winning? Who you got winning night one? Who walks out with the belts night one?
shit. It's got again. We talk about the backlash if Jey Uso loses, so it's. I feel like it's got to be Jey Uso
Yeah.
because he's been losing so many title shots versus
Hmm.
Gunther especially, but other opportunities too. And then night. Oh, then the women's. Does Rhea still need the belt?
I don't think so. But then she doesn't have anyone to feud with. That's the
I
problem.
know. I would love for Rhea to retain and then lose at Backlash.
Okay.
So that's what I would. Also, maybe Asuka is gonna come back. We just haven't heard from her or heard of her in a while, and I feel like she's a sleeper injured person ready to come back. Other than weirdos stalking her, but I feel like that that could be a thing too. So I'll go Rhea retaining, Jay winning, Tiffany winning night two, and CM Punk winning night two as well.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, man. Anything else you want to talk about? Anything? Any other side stories that stand out
Man.
to you? We got 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay. Well, I guess let's talk about Gunther and Jay because I
Okay.
think that right now that is the bigger storyline
Mm-hmm.
of going into WrestleMania. And I like the opening of Monday Night Raw. Um, like I say, I spoke about it last week, man. I think I took up all the time. I think I made the pod be an hour about me doing an ISO. But man, Jay has his energy, man, and he's connecting with the people in a different way.
Mm-hmm.
And it was great to see Gunther come out and stop that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like for ever since Gunther has had the title, it hasn't elevated, right? And I think right now Gunther needs Jay more than Jay needs Gunther.
That's a good point.
Because
Mm-hmm.
what is the Joker without Batman?
Mm-hmm.
You know, yeah, Joker is Batman's primary villain, but Batman has tons of villains, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can go after anyone. But to really make Gunther stand out as a heel, you need someone like Jey Uso. You
Yeah.
know, if you want to call him a doof Magoo or whatever the case may be, and he can't wrestle in the ring, but he is probably the hottest babyface right now that WWE has.
Mm-hmm.
And you need that right now. So I don't know. I like what's going on with them two right now. I think it's magic.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm in denial. I'm just trying to take it right now as an objective. Like this is a company. They're gonna capitalize on merchandise. They're gonna capitalize on their biggest star right now.
Hmm.
their biggest star by the people, like the people's champ, right?
Yeah.
So that's the way I'm approaching it right now. Do I like it? Kind of. Do I love it? Absolutely not. I've even made jokes that I want to sell my WrestleMania tickets because I found out what the main event is on night one. I'll be there. I'll be hype. I'll be there for the moment. It'll be fine. But the biggest criticism that Jay gets that I see in the comment section is his skill set
Hmm.
and his skills and his moveset in ring. Now, that could be about a lot of people, and it could be about even previous champions.
Hmm.
Arguably, The Rock, Hogan, Brock Lesnar. I don't want to say Brock Lesnar. I would say The Rock and Hogan, because even they had limited skill sets.
Yeah.
But when they hit their signatures, that's all you needed.
Yeah.
You needed the
True.
shake, the tremble, the Hogan tremble. You needed the leg drop and the big boot. And with Rock, it was the same thing. People's elbow, um,
Bottom.
rock bottom, Samoan
Spine
drop,
buster. Yeah.
and spine buster. But I honestly think The Rock is more than that as far as in ring. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying for comparison reasons,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I got you.
So if Jay had 50% more moveset or skill set in the ring, I'd be 50% more happy about this.
Hmm.
Um, because I love Jay. My daughter loves Jay. We got the Yeet thing down, and I love the hype music. It's great. But in ring versus a fundamentalist and just master like Gunther, um, it kind of brings the average down to me.
So as in boxing and other stuff, styles make fights, right? And of course, you would probably want to see two mat technicians going at it, but I don't think this is just me personally. Like this works, you
Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not wrestling style works, but overall characters work.
Absolutely.
You know, and I'm big on story. So like you got Gunther who leans into, hey, I wrestle circles around you. You shouldn't even be here with me.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't even be challenging me. And I like that he even begged for it. He's like, man, if you challenge me, it is the worst mistake of your life. You
Mm-hmm.
know? And I like that. That's what this feels like Rocky. You
Yeah.
know? Jey
Yeah.
Uso feels like Rocky and he's fighting the Russian or the Austrian in this guy in this example right now.
Yeah.
Like Gunther did Dragunov, not
Mm-hmm.
Dragunov, Drago, and everyone loves a good underdog story. Even Cody Rhodes finished the story thing, to me, it didn't feel as underdog as Jey Uso
Mm-hmm.
because Cody had the skill level, you know,
Right.
he had the look and everything, he was QB1, stand out, and Jey Uso, I felt like he worked he worked hard to get to the position, like he said, I don't. I'm just loving. I just really like this storyline between the two of them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it'll continue too. When you mentioned Cody versus Roman Rocky, I feel like Cody felt more like an underdog going into 39 than he did into
Hmm.
40. And you could watch the reactions of the crowd, and
Yeah.
it was crazy. So, all right, good talk. I feel that Jay is validated in his position 100%, that the story is great. Again, I'm for it. I'm okay with it, I should say. But it's
Hmm.
just I'll let it play out before I start bashing anything. It's Wade who
Real
we're
quick,
concerned about. Uh-huh.
if you could switch Jay out with someone that was worthy, that was in the Royal Rumble, the face Gunther, and it be not just a better wrestling match, but a better story too as well. Who would you pick?
Punk or Roman?
Punk or Roman?
Yeah.
Okay,
Because we haven't had Roman versus Gunther yet, huh?
no,
Yeah. Punk or Roman?
I like the idea of Punk. I don't know
Yeah.
about Roman. I don't know. Ring General versus Tribal Chief. I think we got that there. That's the something. Yeah, they could have did something with that. But
Yeah.
I do like the idea of Punk
Yeah.
and Gunther.
Yeah. Punk kind of seems like a giant slayer at this point, or at least like an anti-bully.
Hmm.
Um, a bully who's an anti-bully. So I feel like it's perspective. All right, let us know your guys' thoughts. What do you think about the booking for WrestleMania? Who's going to be in the main event? Who's going to win the titles, especially in the women's division? Man, this is going to keep going until we know the actual fight card for the nights. All right, so who's winning WrestleMania? Who's walking out as champ on the women and the men's side? Let us know your thoughts. This is our episode of Tables, Ladders, and Bumps. My name is Marlon, joined here by Pierre. Wade, we hope to see you on the next one. And that's our show for the night. Thank you.